Hey guys, so today this is going to be kind of a different type of video than what's normally going to be on my channel. I'm going to be dropping a bunch of information, bunch of knowledge, and I'm going to kind of show you the steps that I took to better myself, go from skinny fat, incredibly fat, very unhealthy, and kind of bring myself to being jacked, being healthy, feeling the best I've ever felt in forever. And yeah, that's kind of just what this video is going to be about. All right, guys. This is kind of a presentation I've put together just to kind of show you and kind of guide you through the steps on what I took to kind of change my entire life, pretty much. It changed the entire direction of my life. If you see me on the left, I was not doing good. I was not looking good. Had lots of excess body fat that I didn't need. And if you look in the kind of the middle, this was me. I wasn't as big as I was in the other picture, but still, I wasn't in kind of the best shape in my life, wasn't doing the best. You can kind of see it in my eyes. Wasn't really doing that good. But this is kind of like a skinny fat men, any men, this will help you lose at least 10% of your body weight, pack on lean muscle, and then keep it forever in under 180 days using the method that I developed that kind of changed myself. You can see in the photos below. This is without getting any of the weight back or spending any crazy amount of time in the gym, because I know time sensitive, once you lose it, you can't get time back. So especially for people who are working lots of hours and they can't get the time to go in the gym 2 hours every day or 3 hours, especially with cardio and all that, will help you guys out a lot. And this also won't make you give up any of your favorite foods. There will be obviously some restrictions, but it's not like you have a favorite dish. Like, I like crumble cookies. It's not like I haven't eaten a crumble cookie since then. I've eaten plenty of crumble cookies. So kind of show you through that. Before we dive in, my name's Lucas. I'm going to show you exactly how I transformed myself and lost 45 pounds in 194 days, improving my health in every aspect. Now, before I get into the details, I want to show you the pictures of what I look like before and after. So if you look on the left, you can see me. I was very fat. This kind of happened from COVID. COVID hit, and I just kind of, like a lot of other people, stayed inside, didn't really do much. Like I was at this point, I was playing basketball, but I had quit. I just stopped playing because I just wanted to eat all day. And this is me on the right now. This is me pretty recently. It was a couple days ago. I've completely took a 180. As you can see, my body is just completely transformed. Everything I did was aging through this, obviously, so some of this could be attributed to that, but a lot of it was the hard work and the hard dieting that I did that kind of changed my life. Now, who is this for? If you're looking to lose 25 to 40 pounds of fat that you won't gain back while building a new frame of muscle that you keep forever, this is for you. If you're sick of feeling lost when it comes to getting ripped, and need a simple and proven blueprint that can fit into your lifestyle, making your life better, unlike some other cookie cutter programs where they assign the exact same meals, the exact same workouts to everyone else, this is for you. If you feel like you've tried everything but still don't have the physique you want and have always dreamed of having a nice physique, this is for you. And if you know you have the potential to unlock the best version of yourself, but lack the guidance and accountability to get you there, this is for you. Who this is not for: if you want to keep trying to get ripped the traditional way that's been holding you back for years instead of trying a new proven method, this is not for you. If you're looking for a quick fix and don't want to use a proven system that will keep you in shape for the rest of your life, this is not for you. If you're not ready to allocate at least 4 hours a week to the gym, which isn't that much if you really think about it, that's under an hour a day. And most people have an hour to spend, especially on the weekends. So if you can't do that, this program's not for you. If you simply do not believe you can do this and actually reach the best version of yourself possible, this is not for you. Now here's the truth about getting ripped that no one else will tell you. Because if they do, then they're going to lose their business. They're going to lose all of their stuff. you can get ripped without giving up your favorite foods or spending tons and tons of time at the gym, all keeping results forever. Most men aren't capable of doing so because they don't understand how to do it. There's lots of misinformation on the internet. Not just lots, tons and tons of misinformation. And I fell into that trap. I was reading things and just not doing things the right way that I should have. So here's some of the kind of the basics. You got to eat the proper nutrition, efficiently train in the gym, and then also use my bounce back method instead of a quick fix approach. But don't worry, I won't let this happen to you. There's no such thing as I'm just too busy or that won't work for me. You don't have to work out for countless hours a day in the gym or have a superhuman genetics to become the ultimate man you're supposed to be. I didn't have the best genetics. I've got a massive gap in my chest. But that didn't stop me. Just because I didn't look like how I looked in the mirror didn't stop me from changing that. And if you want to be that guy, I'll show you exactly how to navigate around the issues we mentioned above. So kind of taking caution and looking at it and kind of customizing it to yourself. How I managed to lose all that weight, and I was getting so many compliments because I changed completely. Like my whole entire life changed just from that one decision that I made to finally take a stand and do something about myself. How to lose 10% of your body weight in 200 days or less. How to do this all without giving up your favorite foods or spending more than 4 hours in the gym. And in case you don't know me, here's a brief backstory about how I got here. Past few years, my focus has been trying to increase my knowledge and become the best trainer I can be. Tons and tons of research, exercise science classes, sports science, this, that, tons and tons, just tons of research. I'm a nerd. I love doing it. I love just sitting down, watching videos on the best exercises to do for each muscle group, the best way to time everything. I love it. It's my favorite. I'm 6'2". I went from 217 pounds in the photo I showed on the first slide down to 173. And I'll explain why I went such a low weight. And after that, I did bulk up back to my weight that I'm at now. I'm around 200 pounds, but as you can see, not an incredibly large amount of fat. And doing this made people jealous of me, especially because I'm fairly young. So older men in their 30s, 40s, they were extremely jealous of my physique because I decided to put the work in and do it the right way when they did not. I'm extremely passionate about this lifestyle because it's the key to unlocking the best version of yourself. If you're just kind of going around, like, you're not going to become the best person you can be. Like, I think a good person is strong to be able to protect those that they love, like their family, and to kind of show themselves that they're not like a bum. Like, if I feel like if you look good, you bring respect to your family and all that. So I think that's very key to life. And all of this all this research, all of these ideas led me to create my method, the bounce back method. Here, I will explain it. Bounce back method is my playbook I built by researching and experimenting on myself for over 3 years to find the best way to get jacked. Now, I decided to break it down for you. So, on the left, there is 2 parts to the bounce back method. On the left is where I started, those 2 photos. That's kind of my starting spot where I was at. There's 2 phases. There is the priming phase and the ascension phase. The priming phase is where you lose all the fat on your body. Now, we're not super important. We want to maintain the muscle that you already have, so it's not harder to build more once the phase is complete. But we're kind of draining your body of all fat just to kind of get rid of the excess fat out of here. Because it's not healthy to have a lot on you, like too much at a time. And it's kind of like building a base so that when we eventually do the ascension phase, which is a lean bulk, where we're increasing more food. The priming phase is kind of less food. You're not getting starved, not at all. It's just kind of just lowering the food intake that you have already, and I'll explain more on that in a little bit. But we're kind of getting all that fat off of you, and then we're gonna build back up, but we're gonna put more muscle on. So you won't be, once we do that lean bulk, you'll still stay relatively lean, but you're not gonna get fat. like you still have the definition, and then you also have the tons and tons of added muscle on top of that. In the following steps, I'll outline the entire process from A to Z of what I did to accomplish these results, and so that you can as well, using the bounce back method. This will lose at least 10% of your body weight and pack on lean muscle, and I'll teach you how to keep it forever in around 180 days or less. I know I said 200 earlier. It really depends on where you start from. So this is kind of the blueprint. 2 essential phases, priming and the ascension, made up of, these kind of had 3 guidelines. So the priming phase is 90 to 120 days. It's the leaning out phase. It's more of getting rid of that fat because we don't want it, kind of priming your body. We kind of have higher rep ranges because we really want to maintain the muscle. So we're going to be working in the 12, 15-ish rep ranges for any exercises. And if once you kind of hop on, we'll definitely talk more about that and kind of find the best exercises that you can accomplish. And definitely lower food intake, because that's kind of how that fat goes away. Then the ascension phase is about 60 to 90 days. It's a lean bulk. So we're going to be in the lower rep ranges. So we're going to be around 8 to 12. Kind of, we want more strength. You're going to build strength, a lot of strength. And this also depends on the person. So if you say you want more strength, like you want some muscle, but you also want to get a lot stronger, that is something that I will work out, and I can absolutely get you to that spot. So we're going to be working in the lower rep ranges, and then you're going to have a much higher food intake. And then each phase is made up of 3 specific guidelines: training, nutrition, and recovery. And here's how I optimize each part of the bounce back method, and how I implemented it into my everyday life. So training, nutrition, and recovery. The training, there's a lot of stuff on this page. I'm going to try and explain everything to you to kind of make it simple. Intensity. How intense are you working out? Are you just going to the gym, putting some low weight on, getting 12 reps, 15, not really breaking a sweat, not really getting close to failure? No, we're not going to do that. So there's times where we may do that, but it really depends on the exercise and how you're feeling that day. So things for when we're hitting leg day, doing legs, or we're doing squats, I don't necessarily want you to train to failure, because squatting is fairly dangerous in kind of that area, because you have all that weight on your shoulders or on your hips, and it's not necessarily great to be training to failure when it can cause injury. So that's why it kind of depends. But say you're doing bicep curls, you better be going to failure, because if you fail, you just can drop it and you'll be completely fine. Form. Make sure you have the correct form for almost everything. Form is very important. If you don't have good form, you might not be hitting the muscle the way you want to, and I feel like that's fairly important. The exercise selection, so we're obviously going to be selecting exercises that you enjoy and you get great results from. So that's all going to come with time, to understanding, kind of experimenting, all that stuff. And then cardio. Cardio will be involved. There's going to be more cardio during the priming phase, because burning those extra calories will let you eat more. So, and it also is just it's really good for health. Cardio is very good. And having muscle on your body can increase your life expectancy crazy amounts. Like you can add 10, 20 years onto your life just by having excess muscle on your body. And then doing cardio on top of that, you can be adding 30 years to your life. Someone who could die at 60, if they did all this, they could die at 90. Crazy stuff. This research is just coming out, but it's crazy. It's very influential, having lots of muscle on your body. So intensity, we're going to break this down. How much weight we're using, how many reps, the rest time in between sets. Mostly that's going to kind of be either 2 minutes, or it's going to be your call. So you kind of just sit there and you rest until you feel that you can go and you can get another set and you can put all your effort into it. Form. You always want the correct form. Make sure it reduces injury, all of that good stuff. And then also the grip. Some exercises, different grips, especially for back day and kind of like arms. The grip kind of does matter, like for biceps and stuff like that. The selection. So we're gonna make you a split, obviously. Show you exactly how. This is kind of the stuff that I did when I realized, okay, because I had been going to the gym, but I wasn't making any progress. So I really had to kind of switch it up and that's when I did research, and I was like, okay, now I have the great things, I have the blueprints, and then I put it together, and then you can see obviously it works. So the splits, which is the exercises, like what we're doing on what days. Like I run currently, I do chest and back on a day, I do my whole arms on a day, and I have a leg day. That's kind of, it's depending on the person. Like I used to have a 4-day split. I used to not take rest days. Can you believe that? I'm joking. That was a lot. I don't know what got into me. But obviously I fixed that. And then, how many sets we're doing, and then also the reps we're doing as well. Then the cardio is just walks or biking. Very low impact, depending on the person. Say you like swimming. You love swimming. Swimming is great. And you want to go swimming. That's perfectly okay. You can definitely do swimming. It's kind of something that we'd have a personal chat about, which we obviously will, and kind of plan that all out for you. The nutrition, making sure you're hitting your macros, which is very important. Protein is extremely important for muscle gain and muscle retention when you're cutting. So we're going to definitely have a talk about that. The meal advice and timing, you definitely want to have your meals spread out throughout the day. We'll definitely talk about that more, and then we'll definitely talk about cheat meals because they are very essential to keeping you happy, keeping you locked in. It's hard to go long times without cheat meals, so definitely good to have that. And then sleep quality and rest days. Sleep is extremely, extremely important. Some people don't understand the grasp of how important sleep is. Some days, if you get 6 hours of sleep, and you have days where you get 8 hours of sleep, those extra 2 hours are extremely beneficial. You'll feel so much better over the long run. You'll gain so much muscle. If you're only getting 6 hours of sleep every day, you really should think about trying to get more. And then obviously rest days. Those are days where you really don't want to do too much active stuff. It's a rest day. You want to relax. You want to sit down, maybe with your girlfriend, your wife, kids, friends, family, anyone close to you. Or you don't really have to do that. You can sit by yourself, which I personally like. I sit down, relax in this chair. I have my computer right here. I love playing video games, watching shows, all the stuff. Anything that relaxes you is definitely something you should do in your rest day. Now, we're going to talk about the priming phase, which is day 1 to 120. The training that's going to be involved. We're going to be higher rep ranges, 10 to 15. I said 12, 15 earlier. We're going to higher volume, which is basically we're going to be doing more overall work in the gym. So we're going to be doing more exercises, more sets, more reps, all of that stuff. Because we want higher volumes help retain muscle when you cut. So it's very important to have that, because if you cut, you're going to look like, you see me there, I trained very hard, but I didn't maintain a lot of size. Like, imagine if you didn't train with that intensity, like, you would be a twig. And here's the thing, well, we'll fix that. We're going to adapt to the training volume, kind of find a baseline strength level, and we're trying to maintain muscle, as I said earlier. And then we're going to follow the bounce back training guidelines, intensity, form, and selection to make sure that we're doing everything the right way. Now, this is the priming phase of nutrition. Day 7 to 14, we're going to find your maintenance calories, which is how many calories you eat in a day where you won't gain or lose any weight. You'll stay at the exact same weight if you do everything you normally do the same routine. We'll probably go like 2 weeks, and we'll kind of figure that out. We'll keep changing things around to try and find that exact maintenance calories, because that's very important for everything. Then for day 14 to 120, we're pretty much just going to adjust the macros. We're going to lose the body fat while maintaining as much muscle as possible. And then we're lowering the calories to lose the body fat. So weight loss is, in simple terms, calories in, calories out. Say you eat, my maintenance calories is 3,005, no it's not, whoa, that's way too much, is 2,750. If I eat that calories, I won't gain or lose any weight at all. I will stay the same weight. But if I eat, say, 4,000 calories, I'll gain weight. Now, depending on what I eat in those extra calories will determine whether it's muscle or fat. And then if I eat 2,500 calories, I'll lose weight. The fat will go away. Some of the muscle will as well, but that's why we're going to be trying to maintain it by eating lots of protein and all that stuff. And then also cheat meals 2 times a week. Those are very important for staying kind of in the mindset, because without those, those refeed days, those extra carbs days to really give you energy, it's kind of hard to kind of stay consistent. Now we're going to talk about the ascension phase. The ascension phase training is lower rep ranges, 6 to 12. These would be beneficial because we're going to have more carbs in us, lots more food. So we're going to have much more energy to kind of actually push through and, kind of do the heavier weights, as I said. We're going to have a lower overall volume. So we're going to do less sets, not too much less because we do want that growth, but we're going to kind of, at that phase, we're going to kind of figure out what your goals are. So me personally, I want very big arms. So that's what I kind of allocated a lot of my volume to, because I want bigger arms. So the more volume, more muscle. So that's kind of what I wanted. But it's all for the person. Like some people want a big, very big chest. Then we're going to dedicate a lots of volume and sets towards having a bigger chest. And then we're going to maximize strength and muscle growth, and then we're going to try and set PRs. Get you stronger, kind of build that confidence up. Hitting those PRs, it feels so amazing. Once you join up and you actually start doing it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Now, nutrition. From day 91 to 120, we're going to slowly increase calories and macros to take advantage of the bounce back effect and put on muscle. Is geared toward reaching a normal level of calories and then filling out your frame. If you can see on the left, very skinny, didn't really have lots of muscle on me. On the right, definitely bulked up, my arms much, much bigger. Same with my chest. And then also allowed cheat meals 2 times a week. Now, the bounce back method is meant to strip away the unnecessary body fat that you're holding onto and rebuild your physique to a full and muscular frame in less than around 180 days. For me, the results were so worth it. Having abs felt so good, and getting compliments from everyone else felt so amazing. I never wanted to stop. It will become the base that a lot of men need to finally get into shape and stay that way for good. Now that you understand exactly how this works, I have an offer for you. If you are skinny, fat, don't really like the way you look and wish you looked better or a different way, that's what I'm here for. If you're overweight, sick of not having the physique you want, like I said, and you're ready to look good with your shirt off and make the most physical progress you've ever made, this is for you. So yeah, that's my offer. I'm going to have a link below to fill out a calendar to kind of get on a call if you have any questions or anything at all about this. So thank you guys. It was a pleasure doing this for you.